Just another quick video. I am the Caveman, and this is Caveman Creations. And today, we're going to step it up a notch from this, which is 20 inches by 5 inches. Going on that same idea, but we're going to go 3, maybe 4 feet. We'll see. And we're going to get a lot more detailed. So this is going to be a multi-step process. And the first thing I wanted to do is I'm going to draw out a tree. And the tree is going to be 11 inches tall. And I haven't decided how wide yet. Maybe this space over. And it's going to be like an old oak tree or, an old maple or something that, because all you're going to see is the ground here. And you'll see the trunk of the tree. And then the branches will go up and out from there, because this is going to be a corner piece. It'll go into like this corner of the same kind of design. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. Is I'm going to show you how I'm going to draw the tree and then cut it out on the bandsaw. So let's get started. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to start here and just make a line, a wavy line going up. This is the land. And you can go all the way to the edge if you want. Then you're going to pick an area. How wide do you want the tree? And remember that this is going to be an end piece, so it's not the whole trunk of the tree. So you could do a quarter, half, 3/4. I'm just going to come up slightly at an angle here, like that. And again, you don't need straight lines. Trees aren't straight. You just kind of go up past your line at the top. And if you don't like the way it looks, you can just straighten it out a little. But after you have that, where do you want your branch to start? Well, I think I'll start this one here. And I'm just going to go up like that. And then I'm going to go and make it a fairly good-sized branch here. And again, you don't need straight, perfect lines. You just go up like that. Then you can take this and you can add another one here. Another one here. And this is all you got to do. That. Maybe another one there. You can even go up and do something like that. Have another one coming off this side over here. Another one over here. And they can go into each other because you'll make a cut here. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Just cut that out because you're just giving the illusion. Same thing, you come down here and do another one if you wanted. Like that. Just come up out. One more. Like I said, you can always make it however you want to make it. You can even add a broken branch right there, just to fill in that space a little bit. Now that you have it the way you want it, it's time to cut it out on the bandsaw. So the first thing we're going to do is cut it along here, because we want to get it as small as we can, because we're going to have to twist it and turn it a lot. Now I cut just above the line. That way it gives you some room to do some sanding when you after. Now I'm going to cut out this big section. Now I know some people might be like, why don't you use a scroll saw? Well, I don't happen to have a scroll saw, so I use what I have. And with a scroll saw, you could get a lot more detailed. You could do leaves and things like that, but this is just what I can do at this point. As you can see, it's starting to take a little shape. And I'm just going to keep continuing to do this. Going to cut out these sections next and then work my way through. When I get a little further along, I'll be back. Just wanted to take a second to show you what the progress looks like so far. Just got a little bit more to cut out here, and then we'll get to the next step. And there we have it. Have it all cut out. Now I'm going to take some sandpaper, because you got to go and clean up the other side here. And I'm going to round all the edges to give it a little more depth, a little more definition. So now I got it sanded down, cleaned up the edges, corners and stuff. Those hard to reach parts, you get that paper in there and you just have to go slow with it, but it'll get it out of there. Doesn't have to be perfect. But what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my Dremel tool and I'm going to go around all the edges, just rounding them off a little bit. I went and finished up rounding the edges off. I don't know how well the camera's picking it up. You can see the sides here. And then I went and made another tree here. These are going to be my ends, and I'll show you what that looks like. So when framed up, the trees will be the outside of the frame with two 30-inch long top and bottom pieces for the frame. So overall it's 30 inches long, 11 inches tall. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to stain the trees and the frame. I'm going to do the trees, I'm going to burn them first, and then I'm going to do them in a gray, and I'm going to burn the two straight, the top and bottom of the frame, and then I'm going to do that in a dark red to kind of offset. Look pretty decent so far. So I'm going to go and stain it. This is where I'm at. It's not together, it's just, there so you can get an idea of how it's going to be framed. Now I did this tree in the Phantom Gray, and if you can see on this side, I didn't paint or stain the inside part there. I did the back side, but not the front side, because the image that I have in my head is that you're hiking up a trail and you're coming in between two trees and you're going to see the mountain range back here, and the sun is rising over here, shining this way. The mountains will also be stained halfway on the right side as the sun comes up on the left side. And then there'll be a lake that I'm going to put in here, or a pond lake. Either way, there's going to be some water right here. That's where I'm going with it, but that'll be for another video when we start working on the mountains. So until the next one.